Hello! Welcome, friends, and here's another Fourth Guy in Line review. This one is the TIE Pilot, part of the Wave 6 of the 6-inch Black series. Um, the 6-inch Black have had a lot of variations on Stormtroopers, Clone Troopers, so it's nice to see, again, another one in that line. The TIE Pilot is a surprising choice when there's a lot of other figures out there that might be better represented. Snowtrooper would be one that I would think of. But we've seen Stormtrooper, Sand Trooper, two versions of the Sand Trooper, two versions of the Clone Trooper. So dipping into the TIE Pilot for this sixth wave, does seem appropriate. It's just bringing more of that Empire and more of those fantastic armors to your shelf. So if you take a look, we have again our standard blister pack for these Star Wars Black figures with a great image of the TIE Pilot. If you look at the back, again, we have this blue lighting Death Star effect that we've seen on the current runs. The text reads, TIE Fighter pilots battle Rebel starfighters during the Battle of Yavin. These elite Imperial pilots deploy from the Death Star battle station and blast the Rebel fighters with laser cannon fire. Look out. So, he's a little hard to see in the package, black on black, so here in just a second we're going to get him out and take a look at him. But I do have to say that in person, seeing the package, I'm really impressed. He looks really, really cool. So let's see what he looks like when he's actually out of the package. And here he is outside of the box. I don't know if this is coming across on camera, but the weathering and apps on his legs, there's a real texture there. This is not a solid black figure. This is more of a gray black, and it's a matte. You've got a gloss black on the legs. You've got a gloss black on the chest armor. Matte black on the arms. There's so much here from paint variations. You would just imagine he'd just be all black, but there's a lot of color differences throughout the armor. Of course, the articulation is exactly what you've come to expect from Star Wars Black, so I don't really need to run you through that. But he is extremely flexible. He is still a little stiff because he's fresh from the package, but he is extremely flexible. Great pivot positions in the waist area. Not a lot of up and down. It seems like there might be some articulation under there, but his body armor really prevents him from moving around too much. We've got an actual belt that is an additional piece that moves around pretty freely. And then you see a nice range of motion in the head, and the hoses seem to be pretty well attached. I have seen another look at this figure where the hoses came out of the figure's helmet, and they're very easy to put back in. So if you overturn his head, you haven't ruined his figure, ruined the figure. You just need to put the hoses back in. So I have a prediction before we look at his one accessory. I predict that we're going to see an AT-AT pilot fairly soon. The difference between a TIE pilot and an AT-AT pilot for the most part, or AT-AT driver for the most part, is paint. So I imagine that we'll see the AT-AT driver fairly soon. But I'm totally okay with that because this guy looks absolutely fantastic. There's just a lot of paint detail there. He does come with the standard Stormtrooper blaster. I think it's the E11 rifle. I'm sure if I'm wrong, I will be corrected in the comments. But I'm pretty sure it's the E11 rifle. And lo and behold, he has a holster that holds it quite nicely though it does get into the range of motion of his arms. And to be honest, I can't imagine he has that thing slung up against his leg while he's piloting a TIE. There's just not that much space in there. But it does slot in. Overall, a wonderful addition to the black line. I think he's really, really cool. Just, you know, there's been so many other variations on the trooper armor. It's nice to see the TIE pilot with the additional hoses. He's definitely a different sculpt, as far as I can tell, entirely. I don't think that any of these pieces have been reused because you've got the flight suit as opposed to the body armor. I don't see anything that could have been reused from other figures. And I think he just looks absolutely fantastic. So that's a big thumbs up for the TIE Fighter pilot. And I totally recommend picking one up. So again, that is a fourth guy in line review of a Star Wars Black 6-inch. Look forward to more reviews, and thanks for watching.